A very good afternoon to Ms. Sara and our fellow classmates. Today, we Team Caterpillar would propose a business plan for our company Maxis Berhad. And I am Shamani Puspanathan, and I'll be doing the business policy analysis. Before that, a very brief introduction about Maxis. It was first founded in 1993 by Krishnan, and he founded it with the parent company called Usaha Tegas, with the intention to introduce telecommunications into Malaysia to expand his business empire. Next would be the situational analysis, the first one, which is past, but I'll be talking more about economical and technology. The first one, where from 4% in the last year's final quartile, the GDP has increased to 5% just in last month. For the economic sector, infrastructure, industrial and rural development, government has fixed a budget which are the main opportunities for this year. For technology, fixed line broadband will offer services at a higher speed for the same price. E-commerce ecosystem, digital market movement and Malaysia Digital Hub are all opportunities for the digital free trade zone, which is to increase opportunities in the business, which will benefit 97% of small medium entrepreneurs in Malaysia. For the next situational analysis is SWOT, but I'll be talking about more on the weakness and the threats. Strategic alliances and increase in usage of smartphones can be considered as our strength and our opportunities. However, slowly losing in a highly competitive market with major big players, inconsistency in presenting services that are highly priced, usually the first to introduce plans, but for the past 2 years have been falling back behind competitors, would be our weakness. As for the threats, we will lose to our adversaries if we are not willing to change according to our needs and the environment. The rapid technology changes will cause constant capital resource infusion. Lower economical growth and lower income level in Malaysia will allow consumers to be more price sensitive. Chances of acquiring high revenue from the price sensitive customers will be low if we continue to charge them at a higher price. For the next one would be the problem statement. Being an undesirable situation of losing customers and position among the big three by charging loyal customers at a high rate would be a bad news for Maxis. Charging subscribers at a higher rate compared to competitors will lead the customers to feel that they have lost their sense of exclusivity. So to combat this would be our objectives. First is to regain back its first position in the big three telco operators, to gain back ported out customers within the fiscal year of 2018 by 30%, to ensure clarity in calls and network services, to be awarded the best customer services in 2017, and to introduce better plans that allow subscribers to have full liberty in using them. For the strategy, I would like to highlight is making business intelligence as our competitive advantage, alias big data. Perfecting our product services to the customer's liking, data fusion layering, and master data management are all part of this particular strategy. Through data fusion layering, we are able to collect many data and also filter out the unneeded data and transform them into one singular needed data. Master data management would then help us to allocate the needed and unneeded files for us in the future use in a more efficient way. Through big data and through business intelligence, we are able to discover new target market opportunity, which is gamers community. Production manager can create a plan and package for the gamers community and partnerships with Astro Gaming Channel, EGG Channel 808, focusing on our gamers community, which we feel can be our greatest asset for us, as they are not only able to generate income by being our subscribers, but also being our spokespersons and ambassadors for our other regional areas in Asia. Next, I would pass on to the production analysis. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Ms. Sara and fellow classmates. I'm the production manager, Jassmyn. So now I'll be talking about the situational analysis. I won't be focusing much on the strengths and opportunities because, as we all know, Maxis is one of the top 3 telecommunication companies in Malaysia. And given the opportunity to perform well, they can expand their business through joint venture and so on. So, First on the weakness of Maxis. There are low to no data coverage and also bad line interruption in outskirts cities and also rural areas. Next on, the employees are very slow and inefficient in their work performance. Besides that, there are also constant lack of stock unavailability in most of their stores for new gadgets as well as hot selling gadgets. As for the threat that could pull down Maxis' organizational performance, the first one is aggressive competition from competitors. As we all know, Celcom and Digi is currently very aggressive in promoting and also introducing their cheaper plan, which is the 80 ringgit plan. They have bigger data, they have unlimited calls and free SMSs, which is something that Maxis do not have, because currently their plan is more than that. And the second threat is changes in customers' preferences. As we all know, Malaysia's economy is very bad right now. So all of our consumers will want something that is value for money. And definitely they will go for the most cheapest plan. Am I right? So of course they will want something that offers them all the benefits. So, and for the third one is overpriced service and plans. As I've mentioned earlier just now, Maxis is the only company right now which doesn't have a cheaper plan. All the other companies are going for the cheaper plans that have bigger data, free unlimited calls and SMS, but not Maxis. So now I'm going to be talking about the problem statement. The problem that Maxis is currently facing is poor organizational performance, and it can be seen through overpriced products and services, stock unavailability, poor customer service, and lack of Maxis centers. All of these will result in our customers switching to plans from competitors, and we also fail to attract new customers, and we even have so many complaints from our customers in social media, and that will ruin the Maxis brand image. So our objective is to improve organizational performance by becoming more customer-oriented company, providing an organized and convenient facility for employees and the customers, and also have a bigger inventory and proper scheduling of when to order our stock and when to have it arrive. And these are the strategies that are to be implemented. This is the core strategy that I have discussed with my fellow members, and this is the one that we have chosen, which is make Maxis centers customer efficient. By first of all, increase amount of Maxis centers. We need to have more Maxis centers in outskirts and rural areas to cater to our elder customers, and also our customers that are staying far from cities. Because most of them, when they want to pay their bills or when they have inquiries of our products or want to purchase our products, they have to drive all the way to the city just to go to the nearest Maxis center. And this is very unfair and inconvenient to our customers. So we need to bring the convenience to our customers by setting up more Maxis centers in these areas so that they don't have to drive all the way to the city just to get whatever they want. And secondly, we need to rearrange the layout of our Maxis center and also the job aggregation. Since our Maxis staffs are so slow and inefficient, we need to have our employees undergo training programs, like constantly, and not just something you do two times once in 2 years. It needs to be consistent so that they know how to communicate with our customers, they know how to handle the problems, the problem solving skills needs to be there, they need to know how to handle the ups and downs. And thirdly, increase inventory and design proper stock order schedule. We need to reduce the amount of customers on the waiting list and have a tighter schedule. So this is something that we need to be in consider of. And fourth, is improve Maxis app. For those customers who are living in outskirts of rural areas, most of them don't have access to the nearest Maxis center. And what we can do for them is improve the current Maxis official app. Because currently, the app is only for checking the data that you still have and the calls that you still have left. But what we need to do is we need to add in more features such as online transaction. People can pay their bills online. They don't have to go to the Maxis center or post office or 7-Eleven. And we also need to make online purchasing and online booking so that customers who want to purchase gadgets or technologies that are out of stock, they can order it online or purchase it online or even book it online, and they can collect it using the QR scanner. So this is something that is very convenient, and it is something that it has been used by many other companies. So it is something that we should try. And that is for my presentation. Thank you very much. Now I'll pass on to my next member.
Good afternoon. My name is Lim Zhi Jin, and my role is HR Department Manager. Firstly, I want to talk about the situation analysis for the weaknesses. There are some Maxis stores in KL are understaffed. It makes a lot of employees have to handle the bigger workloads, and they feel more stress and dissatisfaction. Competitive environment will be threat for Maxis HR because the employee may choose their job and go for another company like VG, like U-Mobile, like Celcom. So that for the problem statement, we know that understaffed cause employees to handle bigger workloads and feel stress, and in addition, lack of employees recognition and reward program decrease the job morale and job satisfaction of employees. So that there are three objectives. The first one is to reduce the workload and job stress of employees by 2018. And the second one is to increase employees' morale and satisfaction by 2018. And the last one is to retain the talents as much as possible by 2018. The strategy to be implemented will be hire and training. Based on the production department's strategy, which is to increase the amount of Maxis center and housing areas, HR should to recruit new talents to work at new stores. The method of recruiting talent is assessment center. It is a process where candidates are assessed to determine their suitability for the employment. In this process, candidates' personality and aptitudes like group exercise, psychometric testing will be determined. Marketing department will organize the promotional events to attract and encourage customers to purchase Maxis product and service. So that communication skills is important for employees to interact with customer during the event. Otherwise, customers are not able to understand the product and the service very clearly. Communication skills training offered by ASL training and consultancy is highly recommended because communication skill in special situation and problem solving skill will be covered. It is very important for employees to use in the event. And also, IT skills also very important for today's workplace. It helps employees to perform the job efficiently and effectively. And it also required by BA department as one of its strategy is converging IT and telecommunication. Now I would like to pass to marketing department.
Good afternoon to everyone. I am Shamani, the marketing manager, and I am going to present the marketing analysis. For the SWOT analysis, I will focusing on the weaknesses and threats. The Maxis weaknesses are the price charge of Maxis is extremely higher compared to its competitors. Maxis is weak in advertising its brands and products to the customer. Weak in advertisements will affect Maxis hard to increase public awareness about his brand. Maxis employees also are weak in interacting with the customer while introducing brands to them. Employees who weak in communications while introducing brands to customer may bring the negative result that customers are able to get the right information. Therefore, it will turn to affect the customer lost their interest to purchase Maxis products. Maxis is weak in customer service due to they are not all the Maxis centers able to provide the sufficient service. Maxis also weak in is official ad. Maxis users may probably shift to other brands if they find out other brands provide better service on their apps. The threat for Maxis are the strong competitions from other competitors such as Digi and Cellcoms. The competition advantage from competitors have bring the huge pressure to Maxis itself. Customers nowadays are highly pricing sensitive. The higher price charged on Maxis will easily make customers to change brand. The current global economic slowdowns also bring huge impact on Maxis growth. The product statements, Maxis has lost his position among the customer favorites due to the overshadowing of competitor attractive brands. The objective for Maxis are to implement the marketing strategy that could increase the introducing brands to customers, to adjust the price of products, and to improve the communications within the employee and the customers. The strategy for Maxis to implement is to having promotional event to attract the customers. When a new product launch, marketing employees have to help production departments to promote the new products. Maxis can organize promotional event roadshow to help customers to receive the latest information on Maxis. Providing this data is one of the promotions. Having this such a promotion event will increase the public awareness of Maxis products, especially for those teenagers from university or college, due to they are the Maxis target audience. Promotion is a way to share the product's information between Maxis and its subscribers. Therefore, the promotional event is an element device to attract and encourage the group of prospective customers to purchase its products. Maxis also can use the powerful promotional event to influence the public mind concept about his brands and encourage the customers to subscribe his products. In short, the strong influence from promotional events will raise the public awareness and Maxis existing subscribers as well as the potential customers to purchase its products. Now I have done my part and I will pass to next members to present financial analysis.
Good afternoon to Miss Sara and my fellow friends. I am Thishea Bharathi from the Finance Department. We'll be discussing the overall financial performance of Maxis. Maxis outperformed last year and it had the great fall 2 years back, losing 728,000 revenue generating subscribers and had a great slide in revenue. However, the ever-changing telecommunication industry requires our company to further work on its weakness and threats in order to thrive in the industry. Discussing the situational analysis, focusing on mainly weakness and threats. First weakness of Maxis is that they are very lack in mass marketing without having customer data or background knowledge. Second is basic packages that can't compete in a unique way with competitors, poor customer service and lack of customer follow-up. They don't have a systematic consumer database to segment and target the consumer better. Their product and services has got no differentiation compared to other competitors and their bad customer service line that brings down the brand image very quickly. The threat, Maxis high taxation value is the first as it increased from 510 million in 2015 to 554 million in 2016, that most of the revenue is funded to pay tax.
Second is their intense competition in market, as existing market players are constantly adding value to the product and service. And third would be the economic downscale, where the poor economic condition that we are facing now will turn customers' attention to a cheaper alternative. Existing substitute products in the market offered by competitors is also one of the threat. The identified problem statements in Maxis is their weak financial ability as of their negative working capital value that causes more cash out, debts and payouts, and their unsustainability of revenue. The objectives are built based on the term 2016 to 2020 to regain its first position in being one of the big three telco operator, gain net profit by 5%, that is 9,031 billion by year 2020, increase sales revenue and stand out from the rest of the competitors, maintain a very solid growth, ensure a sustainable profit and revenue, and also to venture into new areas and better the performance of the company overall. As for the strategy to be implemented, there are 4 listed strategies here, that is asset and liability management, equity capital, profit maximization and tax optimization. Proposed strategy to curb these problems and to perform well in the coming years are by first, raising capital for company by equity capital. Equity capital can be raised by the sales of its shares of stocks that are only additional in the company. That can be either common share or preferred share. The advantage is that company don't need to repay the shareholder investment. Second is by raising fund using profit itself. That is by taking profit apart from shareholders' dividend to reinvest in company's research and expansion. Third is by tax optimization. Finance department also will manage the level of tax liability in conducting business to help understand mitigating risk. As more new initiatives, acquisitions and product development projects are proposed to our department, we will also closely weigh against the tax implications so that we don't need to pay more on the tax. Fourth, the domain strategy for all this is asset and liability management. Provisioning is a lag in Maxis. Thus, finance department is responsible in doing strategic budgeting to ensure a smooth cash flow and to manage the cost from other departments in a more resourceful manner. Fund allocation for other departments in Maxis will be better discussed in this business plan. As for the proposed strategy, now I will be discussing according to the departments involved, making business intelligence as a competitive advantage as discussed by business analysts, assets and liability management or better provisioning by financial analysts, increase inventory and design proper stock order schedule by operational analysts, offer more communication and IT skills training by human resource department, promotional event to attract more customers discussed by marketing department. The pathway to problem solving is it will be starting with assets and liability management to better the provisioning. This is to validate the ideas with approval from stakeholders and then to manage financial statements to ensure there is enough funding to carry out the processes. In the process, we will also be bookkeeping all the transactional accounting data. Operational department will be managing stock and inventory in the company and come out with proper scheduling of what is needed more to cope up with the objective. Also on the product and services to be delivered will be discussed further. Third, marketing department will then take this to another level to offer these product and services to the market to attract customers. Fourth will be the action taken by business analysts to gain a competitive advantage in the market space, and this allows faster time to market the products and allows business to still make adjustments for pricing, features and product marketing. Fifth, this action will be taken by the human resource department to train on employees to create a dynamic workforce and increase capacity to deal with customer service. The financial risks that we foresee is of the financial risk, competitors' rejection and also of the stakeholders' rejection. The ways that we propose to solve these risks are by proper project planning and control, precisely defined alternatives, technicality analysis in depth. Fund allocation for other departments in Maxis will be better discussed in this business plan as well. Net profit for Maxis in 2016 is 201 billion. The allocation for business analysts for the business intelligence together with big data will be 35%. For the human resource department, it will be 5%. For marketing department, it will be 20%. For the operational department, it will be of 33% that will be allocated in total. Whereas, for the contingency plan, 15% of cash will be funded into contingencies that are meant only for unexpected expenses. With these financial funds allocated, can Maxis perform well with adequate funding and for a better and resourceful year? Thank you.